Hey, I'm Patrick Martin. I'm at the Orchard with all these lovely people, and I am about to choose my favorite Patrick and my favorite Martin. This is Patrick Martin Madness. So, let's just start over here. DANICA Patrick or St. Patrick? I know very little about St. Patrick other than being like, ooh, it's your day today. So I feel like he's done less for women's representation than DANICA Patrick has. So she's definitely going to go forward. Go DANICA. I'm from Wisconsin, and we found out that this dude, this guy, is a senator or some representative in Wisconsin, and we don't like you. I don't know the guy personally, so who knows? He could possibly, very rare chance he's a decent man. Anyway, Patrick Swayze easily moves forward against DANICA. Neil Patrick Harris, Patrick Star. I watched How I Met Your Mother for a little while, but like, come on. Patrick Star is an icon. Patrick Dempsey or Patrick Stump? Patrick Stump means very little to me. I was not a punk. I barely call it punk, to be fair. I feel like it's more pop. And Patrick Dempsey is just an absolute hunk, so he wins. And I watched Grey's Anatomy for a while. I'm just gonna keep going on this side. Chris Martin or Martin Scorsese? Love Chris Martin. Love his outlook on life. He's been through some with his, relationships and everything, but he seems to have it together. I have always thought he could be a good mentor. Chris, if you're listening or watching, please be my mentor. Please guide me. But I'm going to choose Martin Scorsese because Scorsese, come on. George R. R. Martin or Ricky Martin? Ricky Martin is magical, and I do like some of his songs, but George R. R. Martin has had quite the impact on culture with Game of Thrones. He wins. Steve Martin or Martini? I don't drink, so Steve Martin wins, and I also love Steve Martin because my parents like his old movies, like Father of the Bride, and I grew up watching that because they like him. Dean Martin or Martina McBride? Honestly, it's a horse apiece. I'm gonna go McBride because I think I would know more of her music. Maybe I do know more Dean Martin songs than I am aware of. DANICA Patrick Swayze, for sure. Patrick Dempsey or Patrick Star, for sure. Because Patrick Star is a cultural icon, and he's probably the most famous Patrick across all people, all ages. Like, everyone loves him. Okay. This side, I'm going to go Steve Martin over Martina McBride because I just don't know that many of her songs, and Steve Martin is a funny man. I'm going to go with Scorsese because I love mob movies, and he makes the best ones. Patrick Martin, Patrick Swayze. It's story time. My father has recently become obsessed with RuPaul's Drag Race because Jay, my girlfriend, and I are obsessed, and we got my parents to watch it over Christmas break at one point. And so that got my dad just looking into Drag Race and looking into Ru, and he saw that Ru was in a movie called To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, and Patrick Swayze is in that movie, and he plays a drag queen, and it is wild to see him this, going from Dirty Dancing, which everyone knows him from, and then in that movie To Wong Fu, he's this delicate, beautiful woman, and I admire him so much because that was really close to when Dirty Dancing came out, and I feel like a lot of people were probably ooh, that's, that's not who we thought you were. So he wins because that movie is incredible. And Patrick Starr is amazing, but come on. Steve Martin or Martin Scorsese? I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Steve Martin because I think the obvious choice would be Scorsese because he's had such a huge impact on culture and film. But I genuinely, could I name his his 5 best movies? No. And that would be if I was Scorsese, favorite guy ever, favorite director. No, I can't name all the movies, so I'm sure I love a lot of them that I don't know he directed. But Steve Martin, grew up watching him. My parents love him. Patrick Swayze Steve Martin is the perfect Patrick Martin in my eyes, and I think many would agree.